Welcome back to Final Quarter. This isn't your usual sports story, but this kid is at almost every sporting event in Stockton. He's a singer and started singing to get him through the tough times.
Oh, say can you see?
He's the voice of the Tigers.
By the dawn's early light.
Miles Lima sings the national anthem at almost every game the University of Pacific hosts. Alec Allers, the director of marketing and fan engagement at the university, blown away every time.
There's no way that this deep voice was a 14-year-old. It was crazy.
Which is why he invites him back every week.
I kind of get to do this a different way every single time, really explore the song. I've done this hundreds of times, and
still the same reaction.
And the rocket's red glare.
You hear him the first time and you have to take a look back, say, who is that? He's definitely a head turner in that sense.
Miles started singing when he was just 7 years old as a way to lift his spirits through the tough times.
He was our firstborn child, and seeing him struggle with his battle with cancer, but he always kept a high level of joy in his life. He didn't really succumb to it.
Miles was first diagnosed with retinoblastoma when he was just 2 months old. The rare cancer kept coming back again and again.
Eventually, because of that, both of my eyes had to be removed in order to access the tumors, to surgically remove those.
He's now been cancer-free for 4 years, and although he's completely blind, it doesn't stop him from playing piano, directing a choir, and writing songs for the 2 bands he's in.
One of the things that definitely has made things easier is the fact that I have been losing my vision, or was losing my vision, very gradually over the course of 7-ish years. This was definitely not a situation where I was just, I went to bed one night and woke up the next day and couldn't see. I was able to adapt to whatever I had at the time.
Adapt at school and events like this. He says although he's not a huge sports guy.
I'm a swimmer. My enjoyment of sports pretty much goes as deep as that.
He still loves the atmosphere.
And he taught us that every day is a gift. I mean, our whole family proud, the whole community proud. He has a whole community behind him.
He may be stoic in his actions, but underneath all that, there's a fire within.
Oh, the brave.
Yeah, we can clap.
Yeah.
Great job, Miles.
Yeah, I remember, I think I told you the first day I met Miles, I was at a volleyball game, and right when I was walking in, he was singing the national anthem. I literally was just like, who is that? And it's exactly what Alex said. He is a head turner for sure. He has 2 albums coming out this month, one with his heavy metal band, The Edge of Eden, and his indie rock band, They Catch Secrets. It's pretty remarkable what he can do. He's a songwriter, he plays the piano, he's a singer. None of what you may call a disability is stopping him.
He's got an amazing voice.
Oh,
He's
for
incredibly
sure.
versatile. Love the fact that he's been cancer-free for 4 years.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you, though, Vanessa, having talked to him, how did he first get connected with University of the Pacific? Because obviously he's a staple there right now.
Yes.
How did they first find out about him?
Okay, so they have auditions of when they can, sing. And so Miles's dad, Kenny, he wanted him to be more involved in just, outside life and get involved. And so they sent his audition tape to the University of Pacific. They loved him. Like Alec watched him in an email, and he was like, I got to get in contact with this guy. And like I said, they build his schedule. They build the University of Pacific's athletic schedule around Miles. So they send him a schedule of all of the sporting events, and they're like, Miles, can you come? And he was like, yes, 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 no, no, no. And the events, obviously, that he can't come, they fill it. But they are so obsessed with him, and there's a reason why. It's because he's so talented. And he wants to go to a college in Australia to study more music and just be more involved in that. I mean, very impressive. I don't know if he'll go because his dad is pretty iffy on that, but we'll see. But he has a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah, he's already achieved greatness. He is destined for even more greatness. Miles, keep it up. Great story, Vanessa.